Good evening, Jets of Time racing fans. I'm OneFreeFitz. I am joined here on commentary by Leon Kennedy 411, and we are here to call the Game 2 of the finals of the Gato Cup. Gato Cup is our new player learning event, so our racers have been paired with a mentor all the way back to the opening round. Jazer is with Saris Rose. PhysicShebang is with Sigil. And right now, PhysicShebang has a 1-game lead in this best of 3. So for Jazer, it's win or go home. And Physics gets the win, and they take home the Gato Cup. Leon Kennedy, how do we win this? You know, what are we doing? What are we hoping to see tonight?
Yeah, love that we're on a game 2 here. We're doing this Jets of Time randomizer. If you haven't seen this randomizer before, there's a couple different ways you can win. We start by getting a couple characters. We can run around the worlds in the different eras and get more. 2 main ways to get there is to beat Lavos, and the third way is to beat Queen Zeal. And so as the characters and the players run around, they're going to be looking for different key items that'll help us get those different kind of called go modes as we go through. One's through Mega's Castle, one is through the Ocean Palace and Tyranno Lair, and the third one is in the future through Death Peak and the Black Hole. Very exciting. And more important, in terms of,
go ahead.
Are we going to see anyone pet a cat, and are we going to see anyone save a guy locked up unjustly in a jail cell?
These are good questions. I was mentoring in game 1, so we went 100% on saving my ancestor, but my Physics did not pet the cat. And then this time around, I think I would guess 0 cats. No, 1 cat pet, 0 Fritz saves. And I'm hoping for 2 news that appear.
Yes. I will go with missing a cat if we can save the eternal slumber of a new. Maybe that's blasphemous to say, but we should do it all.
And quick shout out, we got Foxar Tracker, BeautyInDiscovery on the restream, and we have kicked off this race, so we will be underway very shortly. We always start with 2 characters in these standard sort of, I guess, the standard race mode. We will see a couple of things that I selected to so new players that are learning don't have to worry so much about having like the deep knowledge of all of the character pairings. So our tabs are more generous than normal, so we're gonna be able to boost our stats. The items are boosted up a tier in quality, so we're gonna be able to find good stuff. And we don't have to unlock magic, so eventually we'll be able to unlock whatever power on our characters, which I see we are starting with our swordsmen, sword bros. Pretty good, honestly. Like X Strike is boosted in Jets of Time, so it can be pretty tasty with good weapons. Frog is not a bad mage if he gets an early Water 2, and I think last race our runners, they went like in opposite directions, like clockwise and counterclockwise, so to speak.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was, if it was Jazer or Physics, but one person just stayed in 600 the whole time for a while, did all the 600 things, and then went to 1,000, which totally works too.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. We have one of our go mode items, the ruby knife, in the snail stop. Usually we're looking for some opening loot. We want to get our consumables. Those are very good in Chrono Trigger and Just in Time in general. So those ethers, we want shelters, we want revives, heals, mid tonics, and then potentially want to buy this item at the snail stop, which is the ruby knife. And then the other sort of free, no fights required key item check is this carpenter on physics side.
Next key item, Robo's ribbon. Okay.
So it does not unlock any sort of additional progression. It does unlock Robo being much faster and hit harder if we do see them. Getting our tabs. We're going to get our first couple techs over on Jazer's side. And Jazer will eventually get those key items. They're kind of going the opposite way. So like physics has the edge of, I guess, knowing what those free key items are earlier. And Jazer will know earlier what their first two techs on Chrono and Frog are.
I love these two characters for different reasons. It's hard sometimes for me to think about, do I keep two sword guys depending on what my other team members are? So I wonder what they're going to do based on who their third character is, and then like if they want to go to the back of Cathedral or not. Yeah.
I saw Spin Cut. I saw Leap Slash. So we got X Strike already.
Okay. There we go.
It's not super power, overwhelming, but it can be enough to deal with a lot of the bosses that can be hit with physical. So we're certainly probably hoping to get like a mage as our third party member. I think an Ayla would be really interesting. Luminaire.
And Luminaire. Okay. Yeah, sure. That seems good enough for now.
That does seem good. Chrono with Luminaire can deal with a lot of our opening mobs. He's fast.
As long as he buys
bandana.
Good to go. Yeah.
We're gonna need a lot of ethers.
Learning, and I'm sure as the Gato Cup players have been learning, because they've been having great mentors and progressed a lot in the last few weeks. There's a lot of great basics for learning this Chrono Trigger randomizer. A lot of ways to just have fun with it and run around the map and get new characters. And there's a lot of ways to optimize tiny little things. And knowing how much your MP spells cost and how many ethers you have for when you have to re-up on that can save you a lot of seconds here and there. It's easy to forget.
Indeed. I saw Jazer heading to the Melchior shop. That Melchior always has our shelters, our revives, and like a mid-tier weapon for everyone.
Yep.
So snagging one, I think was it for Frog or for, I didn't mention which one. We snagged one, which will help out whomever.
I think Jazer just got the ruby knife there too. The text is so fast. He's got to zoom it.
Indeed. Physics heading into the front of the cathedral. This is our first character that we can collect from our starting ones. There's another one all the way in the back. This is kind of one of the, I think the first big decisions in a race is, do I feel comfortable with my party? Do I want to look for a Robo or Marl? We could peek the burrow and gain knowledge of who is there, but I don't think we've seen that yet.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I think Physics is still rocking like a wood sword. Maybe something slightly better than that. I don't know. That looks like a wood sword to me, though.
It's either yellow or red. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Doing 20 damage though with a single strike makes me think it's a wooden sword.
So we're gonna need more than a practice weapon eventually, if we're relying on physical magic. Just needs levels and magic stat. With enough magic tabs, anyone can be a good mage.
True. There's the Robo. All right.
Very interesting. I mean, the ribbon is certainly making it a lot more likely we'll rock with Robo. We do want to find, these are all kind of weapon dependent.
They are a little bit.
For the most part. Luminaire plus Shock is very powerful. Super Bolt. We got the 3D Strike, triple tech. Like Mech Cyclone can be useful, but is a lot about knowing where to position Robo in order to actually hit with it.
Is this triple tech? Is it called Triple Raid, or is that just the Super NES name? I think it's Triple Raid. And here's another instance too of this thing where you've got all these Naga-ats on the screen, and you don't even have 20 MP to use Luminaire yet.
Yeah, a couple of our characters need some levels to get to. Like Ayla and Chrono in particular are not going to be able to use the 20 MP ones.
Right off the bat. There we go. There's a Luminaire.
These henches did not know what was coming.
1,000 damage.
Ouch.
They're dead. Electrocuted.
Luckily, that doesn't damage any of the books.
Yeah, right. You gotta keep that library safe.
In here. Physics going to the back.
Going up.
We know where two of our... Frog is a go mode character. We need them for one of the go modes, along with the sword pieces. Robo unlocks a key item check for us in the desert. And so, just knowing what we know and what they know, there's 3 mages and an Ayla.
Right.
Is what's the possibility?
I think, there's a 75% chance you're gonna get at least a decent mage going to the back of Cathedral, which I'm guessing is what they're looking for. But, you know, like you said, depending how far away Shock is, Super Volt can keep you going.
Yeah, I guess lower natural magic stat characters tend to have higher damage multipliers in their magic, like ultimate tech formulas, like Shock and Luminaire. So potentially putting magic tabs on those characters you get sort of more bang for your tabs, so to speak, but it takes a pretty big investment to catch up to like your your Marls and your Lucas and your Maguses. Heals are also the only way to make them more powerful. Heal or heal beam is magic tabs. Because they're not level based. So sometimes I like to use them. 1 on Ayla for tailspin reasons, but 2 for the healing boost, because with a decent amount of investment you can get that to be nearly a full heal at in-game hit points.
We did get a Pearl Edge there for PhysicShebang for Frog, which does help. Will help with X-Strike a lot. Jazer's leaving.
Jazer's out of here.
Okay. Already got some diversion.
Hecarim.
Yeah, with Luminaire, just do Hecarim. Yeah. Pretty quick. Good TP. North Cape Magus.
Yeah, Hecarim, and then sometimes like you can you're over there, you can flip in the 600, check the bridge, and then decide what's happening from there.
I don't see Magus being a problem here with Pearl Edged Leap Slash and Luminaire, and I think this will be just fine.
A Magus Chancellor. You know, this is the lowest hit point spot in the game, and also very low stats, so like pretty good spot to find them. They can be much more troublesome in like Black Omen.
For sure.
Nice. Physics through gets Lapis for their troubles and a character.
Something to note that's new for Gato Cup is we can see the little flashing red light on the chest. That's a slightly newer implementation that we have on the beta, which can help us see tiers of what the chests will be. And like you already said earlier, for the Gato Cup, those tier lists on a lot of the chests are bumped up a little bit. So this can be a really good way for learning. And since it is a newer thing we've added in, it can be a great way for learning non-Gato Cup as well, for just standard item tier lists.
Yeah. It's definitely a nice quality of life feature
for sure.
For sort of determining that. Because, I mean, there's definitely some like spreadsheets that have a lot of that too, but for the more learn by doing, we got a Magus. Probably coming in.
If he's coming in, who's coming out? Ribble's got that ribbon.
I imagine. Thinking.
Trying to check.
Yeah. It makes sense to me. Frog and Robo kind of have similar roles.
Yeah.
Frog is a more talented mage. But has like a weaker, I mean, his best physical attack is Leap Slash versus Robo gets Tackle and Uzi Punch.
That's true. Sometimes Tackle is better. That's true. It can be, for sure.
Can do a little bit more. Yeah, very nice bat skin. Good call. Yeah, I think both of these runners, I mean, we've seen, even throughout the weeks of the opening rounds, like, the times come down, and at this point, these two have really, you know, shown a strong like foundation of the fundamentals, and it is going to be really like, it's very evenly matched. So it's kind of like, where can we, you know, cut a lot of little corners, try to find like a time edge without, you know, cutting too much and maybe having like less power to go through the bosses, because that's definitely a lot of our time in Jets of Time is fighting stuff, and if we don't have the speed to act first, or we're having to get into like 4 or 5 turn boss battles, like that could add up pretty quickly.
Speaking of, I did see Magus coming up on Dark Matter here on PhysicShebang side. I didn't see how many tech points were left for it, if we're going to get it before this boss fight, but Luminaire plus Dark Matter will go through bosses a little bit quicker. At least not a lot of them, not all of them.
Yeah, if it was first on the list by the time Physics gets to the boss, that should be online.
Love seeing a good Spire. That's fun.
And Isbell, weak to lightning, kind of stuns them. Also lowers their defense so they can be hit with other stuff. Bombs, also magic works in general.
Yep. Area bombs, mega bombs, napalm bombs.
2,100 hit points, so no execution energy. We're gonna have to get another shotgun, probably. But then I imagine Jazer is through.
Yeah, one other thing about the Gato Cup is having that HP values for enemies and bosses up all the time is a great way for learning and kind of like calculating some of that stuff when you're like, oh, I've got one more hit. You know, do you kind of quote unquote waste time healing if the enemy has one more hit left in them? But that's not a setting that's after Gato Cup. So sometimes just math becomes an important skill, you know, counting.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I think very well put. And that's the other stuff. Like, it's safer to heal, but if you have that knowledge of like, oh, 300 left, that's one more hit, we can get it in. Then ultimately, we got a cat pet.
Got a cat. Jazer's in the
Yeah,
lead.
really. So far, the main difference is physics went to the back, and so you know, as a commentator, you know, what I ask myself is like, okay, will Magus's power over the course of the rest of this race make up for the time we took to get them? I don't know. it's
Right.
gonna be the answer. It'll reveal itself eventually. Like he is giving us a really fast like screen clear, so like right now I think
Or two, yeah.
it feels like it is paying off.
I should have been checking the time to see how long it took Jazer to go through cave versus physics did, you know. Did that fire
he'll have some more juice on the boss to throw down too.
Yeah. Pro key strat here with the you know, the chef. Wait until he's done talking. Jazer's doing the same thing I do, which is do a full lap around the chairs. Because then I always get out.
Yeah.
That's what I always do.
Yeah, I like that.
Got Thomas Pop. Says no.
Okay. Oh, because there's desert still open. I would do desert before maybe committing to the pop.
And look at that. You were right.
Because eventually something in our initial key item checks has to lead to like prehistory via the gate key or the future via the pendant. It could, one of those could be behind Thomas Pop.
It could be,
but essentially like what all of the runners with the Robo are looking at after the Hecarim is the bridge, which is a pretty easy boss, and we can preview.
It's so. I know it's so interesting when you've got like a Robo or a Marl and Prism Shard early on. It's like, oh, that could be gating a gate key or a pendant. But when they're behind Cathedral, it's always so interesting to see, like, do people go for that and does it feel out of the way, but it's still super in logic, you know, for progression, as if those characters are all super hidden behind something. Just a Magus this time.
And so, like, if the desert wasn't an option, we'd be looking at doing that bridge or doing Denadoro. This is around the time for Jazer and Physics where it's like they have the power to clear Denadoro. It might be the right time because it's one of those checks that's like kind of long. The rewards are better in Gato Cup, so it's less of like a time commitment for kind of like only a key item. But it's still one of those where, like, I think the earlier we can do it fast, the more value it has. Otherwise, I will just personally, after a certain time mark, be like, nope, we're not going there.
I'm not going there.
We have to.
And more importantly, Physics
did
have the cat. That's just important to say. So we're all tied up now.
Yeah, we can't say it was a cat margin. haven't looked at the loot too closely. Like one of the things here is like, how many fights do we take? Do we take all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Do we take only the like 3s and 4s?
Looks like Jazer might be doing them all. We'll see. He did a chunk. Another key thing about this desert, which sometimes is hard, is knowing, you take the time, you go all the way down. Do you loot the basement and then come back out and save before you fight this boss? Because that can be a thing. Sometimes it doesn't matter, but it can feel bad sometimes if you go through all that effort and then have a really hard boss you can't fight. So I almost always go back and save, even though it loses time, because I hate the alternative. So we'll see what these two do.
Yeah. Seen a couple questions in the chat. The ruby knife was at the snail stop. Jazer knows it's there.
Correct.
Correct. But didn't need it.
I don't think bought it.
Didn't buy it.
Yep.
And then Frog came back in, I think, because they were close to the water too, which even with Magus is a better option because they're not having to throw a bunch of ethers every other fight for the dark matter of it all.
And it can be nice to have a couple different characters in the wing with different techs and things available, or for late game switches. That is definitely a skill in this game that I think is a bit underrated, is knowing how, when, and if to switch up characters partway through a run. Because when I was learning this, and I'm still kind of onto this, I don't like switching a whole, and I don't do it. Once I like lock my team in, I'm like, I'm done. I'm good. And it's important to remember you have other tools. Sometimes your other tools are just your other characters.
Yeah, definitely. I know both mentors, I think, have been always encouraging of thinking about like, when would a character swap, like accomplish a particular goal faster?
Yeah.
Like, I want to clear the desert. Yeah, Robo's got the ribbon, but he maybe has the techs I already care about.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or I'm not worried about him getting levels, and so let's get the
and
faster
sometimes it's like
clearing.
you feel like you've committed tabs, you've committed speed tabs or something. You're like, I can't not use this character now, and sometimes you do, and that's hard to know sometimes.
Like sometimes I've had a seed where it's like, okay, we got to go to Mount Woe. Ayla is the only character that I have that's fast enough. So I bring her in and use Dino Tail as the screen clear.
Yeah, great.
It's like things like that is like, by playing a lot of seeds, over time we develop like the complete bag of tricks. And
yeah, because you think, I do Fire 2 or Flare or whatever, but it's like an Ayla early in the game with low HP and has Dino Tail can wipe almost every fight. That's not a boss. Because physical,
a little bit of an awkward fight here as Robo has to fight his love to restore the forest.
And looks like Physics did go out and save, and Jazer did not. But I think he's gonna be fine. And
the thing I would always encourage is less like the save is yes. I mean, it's hard for me to be like, don't save before this, but at least go into it topped up. So if we're not gonna save, I want to see us like full MP, full health,
re-equip if you need
otherwise
to.
we're just being too risky.
For sure.
I think this will do it for Jazer.
You mentioned the mentors that are in this, and just a reminder for people who might be still jumping in and learning that this is a Gato Cup, which is this format that we use for new people learning the game, and you get paired up with a kind of veteran in the community and teaches you things. You do a couple practice seeds and games for a couple weeks, and then you do some actual runs. You get timed, and the best players get to go up against each other, which is what we're doing right now. Yeah, and thanks to Fitz for starting it, right? You started this.
I mean, really, I was inspired by a similar program.
There you go. Okay.
Worlds Collide that I was like, yeah, this works, and so then I adapted it. I did have to design the Gato Cup flags, obviously, and like For instance, like our two mentors this evening are the finalists from Gato Cup 2.
Which was who and who?
Is Sarah's Rose and Sigil were the finalists, and Sarah's
Amazing.
Rose took home the Gato Cup 2. So eventually, you know, after one more, we'll be able to have like a 4-way. You know,
Is that
different
is
classes.
that like is that news? Is that a spoiler, or has that have been talked about already?
Gato Cup 4 is. I'm not ready to announce a firm date. We're looking at winter is where I am targeting it. Because I know we have some other events going on in terms of we've got the Lost World event. And so I try to find sort of the gaps in the competitive schedule, so that way I can make sure that like mentors are available
for sure,
and can focus on their
well,
mentees.
I would definitely want to see Cerise and Sigil and Jazer and Physics all do a 4-way race, like as an exhibition match. That'd be awesome. And we got a Grand Leon, by the way. Pretty cool. The big old sword
up the mountain.
Oh yeah, and there was a dark mail down here that Physics is seeing that Jazer didn't get because they reset. Decent good material. We'll see if Physics takes the bait here with the pop. Yeah, probably.
You take the pop that you know over the Denadoro reward
versus Denadoro. Yeah, sure.
And
oh no, you're not. Okay.
It's mountains are nice time.
Mountains are nice. So are speed tabs. Speed tabs are nice too when they're up there in the mountain.
Oh, because he hasn't got the reward yet. Okay.
I was so busy watching Jazer's screen.
Red mail, free demon hit. We don't need the demon hit though. Well, Physics doesn't know that, but they will. They're about to learn.
This is one of those shops that will always have lapises as well. With Robo and Frog on the team, it seems less necessary to buy them, but I always like that shop just in case, because I covet full party heal so heavily. Important to know where to get them if you need them.
Indeed. Jazer just cruising through, skipping various encounters in Denadoro. Excellent execution.
Biggest and best places to learn about skips and Chrono Trigger is just this dungeon. Yeah, and being very particular about where he's stopping to get certain chests or not.
Yeah, Grand Leon, Jazer bought like a mid-tier Chrono Sword. And Denadoro doesn't have the best stuff. Like I could definitely see passing up. We haven't seen a lot of tab use yet either.
Yeah, I wonder if they're still hypothetically debating a team member. Jazer might still be looking for a mage. Might just go to Dactyl's Nest or Protodome when they get one of those 2 progression items potentially. I don't know.
Yeah, Future Access is a pretty quick character to go get. We're gonna see.
Yeah, Dactyl Nest takes a little bit longer, for sure.
We have to fight the first of twins, which is the vanilla
twins
fight, and then when they combine, we'll see a random boss.
You just gotta kill one of them, and you gotta do. Sometimes this can be a bit of a challenge too, is knowing like, okay, I have to kill this thing, and I really want to kill them in one hit. But if I don't use my most powerful MP costing move, can I use like my second most powerful MP costing move or something to still kill them in one hit? So I've got that MP left. Doesn't always matter, but sometimes you think about that.
Yeah, just X-Strike does work. It's really about, like, we don't want to hit both of them with an AoE that doesn't finish them, because then they counter every time, and then we have to watch it. Giga Gaia would be terrible here if we came here pretty early. This is the other thing that, just in my learning experience, I definitely have memories of running up here and then having something here that, like, I couldn't really.
Yeah, it's a long way back down. It's a lot harder to save here and die than it is in, like, say, the desert, you know?
And there's not a great place to, like, grind up, like, an additional tech. It's kind of like, we're gonna have what we have. However, with having both of them have a lot of AoE magic, physical weapon, and maybe gets the arms down a little bit faster.
Get that save spot. Good idea. I approve of physics. Don't forget to save. Tech.
Yeah, I would say don't forget to save, and don't always save on the same slot, because some dungeons we want to have a save before we went in addition to the one in the back. Denadoro is one that would be that case, but I
missed what that rock was that Jazer.
I think it was Black Rock.
Was it black? Okay. All right. Probably not going to be useful, but one thing we don't have on the Gato Cup settings is gear rando, which can add some fun to those rocks.
Yeah, I do enjoy it, but I thought in terms of learning that was just like another variable.
For sure. You don't want every single possible thing to be randomized when you're still kind of learning. I think that's a good idea. The pendant.
Unless we really want some diet soda, I think it's trial and time to head for the future.
I think so. If they were sitting in a place where, like, they had frog in one piece of the sword, I think I would maybe go to do Thomas Pop.
Yeah.
But, or, you know what? It's possible the clone could be there, you know? Clone could be in...
That's true. It could be gate key behind the pop and lead to an entirely different fork.
Or it's just a moonstone, and you don't know. Or a jerky.
But I think, especially if I was playing in a best of 3 and I was down 1, would I be more inclined to, like,
good call,
gamble, or
or
would I just try to race my race? And I think I might just race my race, which would be like, go to the future, see what that character is.
Yep.
There's some fast stuff that we could do, and then potentially get a lot of, like, that pendant loot is the most valuable as soon as possible. Versus,
that's true. I do love that pendant loot.
We've done a lot of stuff, so the real, I think if the sign that Jazer's super locked in, will be completely skipping the Fritz save entirely, which I expect. I prepared myself for it. I saw the chatter in the race chat. It's like, we're locked in. We're all in to win here.
There is that incentive, though, because he's got Chrono on the team, right? And I don't think they've found mid-ethers at a shop or anything yet, so...
Yeah, we can't get those 10 mid-ethers a lot just from playing Gato Cup myself, just like practice seeds and whatnot. I found that like we get a lot of consumables either from drops or from chests that are pretty solid. So like,
especially in the second half of the game, I think.
In the normal item settings, I think those are more valuable. And
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
With the easy item flags, we can usually kind of live off the land until we get to like the you know, either the Ocean Palace or the Black Omen shop.
Yep.
Could we see an immediate Genodome? We have the speed.
Well, no. No.
And the screen clear. Like I'm trying to think. There's still some like we know where Pop is. Prism Shard and Moonstone are still out there, and those are totally useless to us unless we know where Marl is. I think the more key items I'm not excited about in the pool, the less I want to do a Genodome right away.
Sometimes for me, it's when I'm at a point where, like they are right now, you only need one more key item to go mode. Like, you could just be looking for that clone. But if I'm at a point where I only have one piece of everything, then I'm going to have to do at least 2 checks at the bare minimum. Might as well make one of them Woe or Genodome or something, you know? I like Genodome. I'm probably in the minority.
I think it can really give good value. I feel like I have a similar love for Mount Woe. I know there's some Woe heads in the chat.
It is
like a little bit of a gamble. I think Genodome's harder to like cut short in the same way that like Mount Woe, we can be like, I'm not taking no fights.
You can go real fast on Mount Woe if you want to.
I'm just gonna run up that mountain. I think that there's a lot of ways to get to our end game power, and one of those can be spending the time to do one of the longer, more end game geared dungeons. Being one away from Black Omen go mode, I always think, well, that's like 10 or 12 levels, easy. Just along the way, and if I really try, we can get that up to like 14 or so. So a factor would be too, if like that's where I thought I was going, I'd try not to like over level before going there versus
that's fair. Yep, because you know what you're gonna get.
If we're going in Ocean Palace go mode, we can just skip the grind if we got the levels on the way. But those are a lot of the interesting. This is why we come back to the game and play it a bunch, is because there's just a lot of the decisions we make with imperfect information. A quick Dalton appearance, threw a magic tab out. Not very good castle defense.
No one's saving Fitz. If you start to fade away, I will pick up commentary for you.
If we ever have a stream that's on April Fool's Day, I'll just completely ghost after a failure. I'll be like, oh no, there's not enough of the timelines.
He's gone. Also, I don't know if physics is gonna do it again with Frog and Robo, or Frog and Chrono, but I really liked seeing the X strike on the bridge was just a straight line. Because it's just not much of an X. All right,
so we're in the future. This unlocks. It charges up our pendant, so we can open all the sealed stuff. We can go do Aristome, which is a pretty quick dungeon. There's another sealed door in there, that's higher tier than the loose ones that are out here because it's more of a commitment. We mentioned Genodome. A lot of high tier loot, great experience, big time commitment. The other check, there's a character we can run. We have to do one fight, and then we can get the future character. And then there's Sun Palace, a very powerful boss spot, but we can save outside and run in because it could be something we could beat pretty easily. Or it could be terrible and then we just reset and come back later. But I like
it's easy to check.
Grab the character, because if it's Marl, that might change what I want to do. And then I'd probably peek Sun Palace. And if it's something nasty, leave. Because it could be like Golem Boss. It could be... There's a couple other ones I would be too worried about.
For sure.
There's Marl.
Marl.
That's like... I think if I was running this, would be like, oh, dang it.
Now what do I do?
Although Jazer didn't go to the back of the cathedral, so that might be a sigh of relief. Like, whoo! You know, my opponent maybe got a good character, but I'm not gonna be.
But they took the time doing that. Yeah, if we knew. And he didn't even check what her techs were, and he took that robo with that ribbon right out. Re-raise ice haste. Got haste.
Haste.
And right. Water too. And water. Okay. Yeah, we're just getting rid of robo for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's their mage.
Yep.
We got a gold stud kicking around. That's always nice.
And nice to
we
have.
We do have 21 points of magics. Okay, we're using tabs. We had enough speed tabs that we didn't care. Wow. Oh my goodness.
And she had a magic seal on her as well. Yep. And I think we just want Ice Sword too, because we don't care.
Commitment. These are the three. We're seeing for Jazer.
This could be a pain in the butt.
She might be at 13 speed now. Flee regular.
Flee regular.
We have re-raise. We have haste. I think. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I think we're just gonna X strike 5 more times.
Yep. As long as we don't get stared like 3 times in a row. Because it is just random. It's when he's at half HP. It's just sometimes you just get hit.
It's 50-50 allegedly. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
I say it tends to come in bunches. So you get 0 or you get all. But that's just, anecdotally.
Yep.
There's one. Now, the other thing about it is if we don't have a full party up, now the trick is not going down after this.
Yeah,
we'll have to kind of get a heal. Chrono's hasted, which is nice. He might be able to get another turn in. Yeah.
Yep. Get that heal.
Well played.
Okay. Now, as long as you get stared again, you're fine. Yep.
So the stair counter with someone down is off. So
that's right.
Jazer can X strike to their heart's content.
Yep.
And as long as no one gets like chaos, then we'll win. This is annoying, and we're even gonna status effects. We do less damage, and we take more damage when we're on.
Doesn't matter what the status effect is; they all do that. But that haste is doing a lot of work keeping Chrono up right now. And we're reviving her. Okay. Yep.
So I think we're 1 hit away.
Yes, and then we want to get that TP and experience points for her, I assume. So that was a very, very good play by Jazer there to get Marl back up.
Honestly, expertly managed. Free speed tab.
Well done.
We have a very tough boss because of those counters, because they almost always hit devastatingly, and the later in the game, oh wow. What? Geiki really opens up the rest of the game, pretty much.
Yep.
In a way where if we find like a moonstone, now we have to actually think about it.
We have to think about things now.
The gate key itself, we know where a ruby knife is, so with the dreamstone, that's a go mode. It also will unlock access to prehistory to do reptite lair. There's some other fun stuff there, and there's a character which is either Ayla or Luca at this point, by elimination. And then it also unlocks access to the Ice Age, 12,000 BC, which has the other mountain, Mount Woe.
One more shop.
A shop, yeah.
Yep.
And so it's more checks. It does get us closer to a go mode. but it really kind of has everything is on the table, and including if we find that prism shard, we find that moonstone, we might have to go chase those to get the rest of our go mode.
I
The
like
jerky is still out there.
Jerky's
The
still out there
hero
for
medal
sure.
is still out there.
There's a lot of things still. This seed could get done really fast, or we could have a long ways to go yet. It's hard to say. But I really like them doing Aristome right now because the boss isn't super high HP value here. It's a little bit longer, but I like that you can get the loot in the back there. And you gotta change time zones to go back to go somewhere else, so I do like this call for both of them.
Yeah, that's another one of those small things is trying to minimize flight time.
Yeah.
Time transitions.
Yeah. That's an important.
5 seconds here, 5 seconds there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think their last race was decided within 2 minutes.
In a half or something? Yeah, it was close.
And they went different paths too. So it's like they've been pretty similar. I would say I couldn't tell you who's ahead right now because it's hard to tell until we hit our go modes.
Right.
Physics
like
has done.
Did do that sunspot fight, but the gatekeep.
That's true.
We'll see. We'll see.
We got one cat pet, so I guess we can say Jazer's in the lead.
Oh, I think Physics did get that cat. I clocked it. I'm
They
pretty
claimed
sure.
they were not going to do it, so it wouldn't
maybe they
surprise
just
me
up to it and didn't actually touch it and just got real
if
close.
it's just like out of habit. They went in
That's
for the free
worse than-
heal and didn't do it.
Maybe not. I just saw them walk up to it.
So here's the thing that I have done and do. I think like 20% of the time is miss the rad. It is just like, without crisp movement, we get hung up on a corner a couple times. We can miss it. It's pretty close to just leave and get it again. I've done it in tournament races. There's really no shame in it.
It's not a gimme. It
happens. It's something I file away as like, what other sort of skips require precise movement? Like, if I don't catch the rad, I probably won't go to Genodome, or at least I'm not going to attempt the conveyor belt because I don't think I'm going to get it on this one. It's like, I'm not moving very clean, or sometimes in my head it's like, oh, I need to like pay a little bit more attention to how I'm moving around, because even little stuff like moving optimally will save those seconds over.
We got dueling rooms here. Got some
Shout
cool
out.
people names on those lists.
Slasher 2, very nice.
Slasher 2 and a Mega Elixir I saw in that back room as well.
Yeah, I think that's definitely better than anything. Chrono's been swinging around. Frog's got the Grand Leon. Doesn't need a weapon.
It is interesting that both players got a Robo Ribbon and a Robo, and neither is using Robo now. Again, just knowing what you need, what your team comp is, what tools you have.
It can come down to like preference sometimes too, where it's just like,
For sure. Some people just don't like a certain character. That's fair.
and with the amount of like, we're one check away from a go mode, but we're maybe a lot of check away from a go mode. Like,
right.
Like the metal could still pop up. Frog is faster, and that X strike combo is pretty tasty.
Working. Yep. And we're still one check away. With half a sword.
Now we're one from all of them. We know where the pop is.
And we know where the ruby knife is for Jazer.
We know where the knife is for Jazer.
We're one away from everything.
Physics has not gone and got that gate key yet.
Not yet. Doesn't know where it is because didn't
Hasn't
do the
checked,
fight.
though. Here
Not
we
coming
go.
back though. All right.
They're coming here a little bit later. I think
A
maybe
little
get
bit.
through.
You don't get a lot of experience from Iris Dome.
No.
A little bit.
A nah.
Physics.
That's a nah for now.
Or re-equipping things, maybe. Yeah, I think re-equipping things. Think of like a flame or a fire mail slasher.
Yeah, we should have maybe our best stuff on when we're
let's do that.
fighting Flea. The gate key is behind this Flea fight at Sun Palace.
Yep.
Which is where Jazer is heading.
Have we seen any hunting grounds yet in Gato Cup 3? I don't know if we have.
I don't think so. It's another one where like if we saw an early enough gate key, it might be worth doing. But I think we're much more primed to see hunting ground action in the upcoming Lost Worlds.
Lost Worlds tournament? What is that? That sounds fun.
It's an event that's coming up. There's some rules posted about it that I should probably pull up, but Lost Worlds is a mode. Just kind of making sure there's nothing we want to. Okay, yeah, Lost Worlds is a mode where we start with 2 characters at level 15. They have 3 techs learned, and we start with that Melchior shop, but we only have access to the future and prehistory. There's less checks. There's less key items in the pool.
Yep.
The Leon, the ribbon, and the hero medal are just like loose in chests.
Yeah, in what we call the Chronosambi chests. So pretty much all the chests. They might be
in the world. And this in particular is also adding in the tech damage rando, which shuffles the MP values of our damaging techs and changes how much damage they do accordingly. So
also just want to shout out right now that Magus is sitting there with 1 HP when they beat Flea.
Perfectly calculated. So it's an interesting mode. It tends to be faster on average than a full playthrough, just because there's only the 2 go modes. Less places to go, starting with more power.
Yep.
But there's some interesting stuff that happens because of it. Like, there's a lot of tabs that are in 600, 1000 AD that we don't get at all. And you only get 4 characters in Lost World all day.
Oh, dash.
So the 4 you get are where you got to make work, because you start with 2. You got your Dactyl Nest, your future character, and that's it. So like, I know I had to practice recently that it was the 4 slowest characters out of the 7.
That's the way you get.
And so it had been a long time since I went through a Black Omen where my highest speed was 10, and
that's a whole different game.
It was different. I had a fun time. It actually didn't go as bad as I thought it was gonna go. In terms of like getting through Black Omen, the bosses hit me in the face about as bad as I thought I was gonna, because that's really where I got where the slow speed punishes. This was like they were just getting a lot of turns in before I would get to go, because they're fast.
You can find really fun stuff with the tech damage rando too. You can see techs you don't usually use as much just become front and center. You know, you can get your fire punches and your, max cyclone. Well, that's kind of used already anyway sometimes in these situations. But yeah, just like everything. Like, it's just all these different weird low-level techs. It can be really fun.
Yeah, physics, they got through their Flea, snagged their gate key. They're heading to prehistory. And heading up Dactyl Nest, so looking for who's up there. But they do have, okay. Jazer went to, we're at the bottom of Reptile Lair, fighting the Super Slash at the Nizbel spot. Super Slash doesn't have any of the like element resistances, and they take full damage to extra. Haste.
And a Mega Elixir again. There you are.
We see a couple of those drop.
Yeah. Woot. We got a tough skip here coming up on physics side.
Hero
Just gonna
medal.
go for the fight, go for the run. That works just as well. Also a very tough one. Oh, I missed what did Jazer get there? What was it?
We got a hero medal.
Hero
and a
medal.
Tyler.
There we
So we can turn that in for another key item. It makes Frog do a lot more damage. And then we run back here. No news yet.
I'm sure Jazer wasn't mad about seeing that.
So now we know through process of elimination that Ayla
will be up there. Vanilla spot.
And there is our first go mode.
That's a go mode. It is a slower go mode. I don't know.
That's one new.
But it is a go mode. So
the thought process is always like, okay, we could go get the pop, which we have to go do a check in order to even get it. We could go do Mount Woe. We could go do Genodome.
Yeah,
none of those feel that great to go pursue.
It's like, can I do 2 checks? If I do the 2 fastest checks, will it guarantee me getting another go mode? You know, and if the answer is no, it's like, well, it doesn't guarantee me because it could be this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing. And you probably just go for go mode.
Yeah, in particular with like knowing that what is still out there in the item pool.
Yeah,
it's like it's more likely than not if I chase Toma's pop, I will be sad because I will not get the clone or the Dreamstone directly. Like there's a much greater chance that I pull something that I have to go do more stuff. Like it's less than 50-50. So like I think in this specific situation, Forge the Sword, do the go mode. We got the power. So it's not like a worry of like, can I get through Magus? Because we got very powerful Frog. X-Strike always works. So even like with the Magus be doing random stuff, we're not so dependent on him choosing the right element. And if he happens to ice, then you know, we hit him with the Frog Sword and then we hit him with the Ice Sword too for a lot of damage.
Yeah, it feels like physics is probably just going to follow the same path here, getting hero metal into the other half of the sword. And so because they're both strong enough, like Magus isn't going to be a problem power wise. I don't think it's going to run down a little bit to execution here because Magus's lair. I don't think we saw. I didn't get to see all of the practice games, but it wasn't in game 1 of the finals here. So,
no, I don't think we've seen one on stream for a bit. I could be wrong, but
so I'm excited to see how Jazer and Physics do because Magus's Castle is another one of those. It's a long, tough dungeon where there's a lot of skips and they're not all super easy.
Yeah, it's involved. There's a lot of encounters.
Lots to do to optimize it.
Our runners are looking to probably avoid most of them thinking about their Magus plan. But then really even beyond that is, okay, on the other side, what am I looking for in the shops? And even like I might start thinking about like, how much am I going to grind on the Ocean Palace stairs before I go for it? Because those sort of decisions, like this is still close enough that, you know, first Lavos, to quote Chokesura, Lavos 3 can always cheat. And so,
always cheat.
like, in order to, there's kind of like a risk sort of game we play of like, if I level too much, I give my opponent time back. But I probably can get through the final boss more reliably. You know, if I cut it too close and don't level enough, I might risk like a wipe to not Magus to Lavos, so it's a little bit, and they're gonna have the mentors there too to give them like a second opinion. It's always nice to have someone there that you can ask, like, hey, I think I'm good, like, what do you think? And then they'll probably both be like, go. And the different party comps is very interesting to me as well.
It is. I love, like, Shebang went from having the original team that was given to finding Magus and keeping him, to then finding Ayla and keeping her now, it looks like. At least for now. But it sure seems like it's the way they're going. I think it's because they really like doing that. That right there. That 3200 damage triple pack. 3D's fun.
Yeah, at this point we saw both runners have used those tabs. It was like the power went on.
They turned Physics turned Mage Frog. Put all those magic tabs into Frog. I saw.
I mean, the +3, that is a lot of magic. Those water 2s, which will be, we do need usually some sort of fast screen clear.
You do, and water 2 can do that.
Jazer turned Marl fast enough through tabs, and then this dash ring popped up too. Like, the speed isn't a problem for anyone anymore.
No.
And
Physics is gonna want that magic on Frog for this Giga Mutant fight coming up, most likely, assuming he's going into Magus' castle.
Yeah, we're gonna find out pretty shortly here. 2 news. I got my wish.
Oh yeah, can we see an Arc Impulse? Phone, you're right. Where's Arc Impulse?
I don't think we have yet.
Oh. Both triple techs are pretty cool. Chrono Trigger is just a fun game, y'all. Like, triple techs, dual techs, 1995, it's great. What a cool game.
We're still holding at 2 news, barring a Guardian appearance somewhere. Or I guess there's news to be. Oh, there's the new shop is the 3rd new. That's gonna be. We're gonna see that one for sure.
Yeah,
3,
will they go?
right.
Will they go?
Might even go to a 4.
Kajar news. You can see 6 news
The
there.
6, yeah. We take it double digits.
All the news. Can we get 10 news? We're at 2. I like that Kajar play and get that speed tab. Don't know if it's as necessary right now, but
It's always good to know about, and it's one I forget about sometimes.
one it's good to know about, especially for, Lost Worlds. There are some speed tabs up there in Zeal that you can go get. And I think the Skyways are open, right?
Yeah, they are open.
So that's pretty cool. Don't forget there's speed tabs up there. You had your 4 slowest character run last time. Did you get those speed tabs?
No.
All right, Physics about to go cut up in a mountain. Jazer finishing up these bosses in this first couple hallway rooms. And then we're on to the next one.
Yeah, the front half encounter avoidance is just don't touch the stuff.
Just don't touch. No touching.
It's really once we go through the fake save point portal to the back of the castle where we see some of the more interesting.
A little complicated. Yeah. All right, Glenn. Do you think Glenn is like electrical energy is forming out of his body, or is it around him, or is it all coming from the sword? Is it when the two are together? No, he's just like burning with electrical power.
I don't know. It's like, and it's going. It's not, and I guess the sparkles are heading like skyward. So presumably it's coming from like the sword or the hilt itself.
I want to assume he's just going Super Saiyan 2. It gets the little sparklies. Double mutants.
Taking a nap.
That's all right. You still get experience if you take a nap, I think.
Yeah, as long as it's a sleeping nap and not the unconscious nap. That would be down.
Yeah. All right, we got a gold earring, a hero medal, and frog. Grand hero frog coming up on physics side. Jumping in. They were briefly in the same room, very momentarily.
Yeah, Jazer is now entering one of the gauntlets. This gauntlet is the we can run from everything gauntlet. Yeah. As opposed to a later gauntlet, which will run the middle one only.
Mm-hmm. And they look very similar, but they are different. One thing with physics here is that water, knowing what elements work against certain enemies, you know, like some enemies have immunity to certain elements or only work on certain elements. I wonder if he knows what all those are, because there's a lot, again. There's a lot to remember.
Yeah, indeed. It depends on the go mode as well. I know Black Omen, you know, we like fire or we like water. Lightning and shadow, there are particular enemies we'll have to make a different choice against, but I think Ocean Palace is a little bit more forgiving, and that one is more around like planning that elevator fight and how we deal with those scouters. But we probably will have Frog Squash unless it's like very last. Physics might also have Dino Tail, so like we have a variety of options. Hero Metal Frog doesn't need to reduce their hit points as much.
Nearly as much.
Squash to work. A gold earring, I think, is floating around too. That can
also
he
had that equipped. Yeah,
get it set up for that. Very nice first room. The pit room.
Pit room. Step in the diamonds. Go up here. Go over there. A nice diagonal. Very good.
There's some good loot in a magic tab down there. Sometimes, if we're
that's true. Yep.
Looking for stuff, we might.
If you fall, knowing what to do when you fall is really good. Looks like
so those first couple of birds, we have to press specific inputs coming up the stairs. It's really about using up to go like around the corner and no diagonals. And then that middle one is like they demonstrated, like using your trailing characters to bump the bird off of the ledge somehow, and then it can't get us. So very well done. Second room there. Here's that cyclic gauntlet room where we gotta take the first and the third fight, and the middle one we can run from.
Yep. And this is one of those spots where having water, like Ice 2 or Water 2 in Magic, is work against these outlaws.
Fire doesn't work on the birds.
The birds.
You gotta mix it up.
I don't know if they're going to be able to one-shot the jugglers, though, with Water 2 and Ice 2, so we just run away because it's faster.
Then we got the four jugglers.
Do you think Ozzy built this castle? Did Magus build this castle? Did Ozzy just modify it so he could do all of his hijinks?
What? There is kind of like a... I think it's a wider like JRPG question of like, who designs dungeons? Like, is there just like a person out there and that's like their thing? And like Jets at least has like the carpenter that, not the one that's lazy, but the other one.
The other one, yeah.
That like fixed up the ruins, right? But like it's still like, yeah, like I've playing other JRPGs. I've been like, is it just someone's job? No, there's
Just pop
freelance.
from
And
world
it's
to
like, hey, I
world.
need a dungeon. Like
Yeah.
it needs to be. I got this magnet cave, and I need you to like do some excavation. Like,
I assume it's someone with a who's a Keyblade master, you know, or at least has a Keyblade, and they can just hop around from world to world, and that's just their job.
and like Ozzy has time between like beating Magus and goes and builds his own fort, or did he always have his own? There's
More
there's
speed on tomorrow, more magic on
gaps to be
tomorrow. There we go.
filled in. I do feel like it was more of Magus was like, this is my chamber. Don't come in here. Do whatever you gotta do to keep people from disturbing me.
And Ozzy's like, bet, I have an idea.
All right, a lot of traps. I'm gonna home alone in. I didn't see what the. Sometimes because this Ozzy fight comes as a boss, these cranes can drop really incredible loot. Speed tabs.
Speed.
I don't really need them anymore. But
if you can get everyone to 16, oh boy, that's a fun time. And you know, you could charm them. Physics could charm them
for the extra. There is a certain point that they are super valuable until they are no longer.
Until diminishing returns, yeah.
Just because it has a much lower cap versus the other tabs. Damage numbers will keep going up if we keep feeding power tabs until they max out as well, which is a lot harder to do, but like Ayla and Robo can get there pretty easily.
We can, for sure. Oh my god.
Still no Ice 2.
I think Jazer really wants that Ice Sword 2. That might be the moment of grinding on the stairs a little bit because they really want to get to having it or about to have it, you know, through the next couple of like double golem boss fight and stuff. And physics might just be like, I'm fine. I've got 3D attack. I'm not going to grind anymore. Because the only things he'd have to worry about would be a couple of those magic only bosses. And we've already seen one of them. But double golem boss, reminder, can be anything. Can be anything we've already seen even. So.
Yeah, luckily it won't be any of the mutants, but the worst thing it could generally be is vanilla. It being the golems.
It'll be golems. But, yeah. Might be able to two-shot him, you know? 3D attack might two-shot him. They have what, 7,000, right? A piece? That's right.
I think so. I'm trying to think if there's like a 7,000 and some change, but I think it is so. We are seeing, because the boss rando, we get a character sprite swap. Turns out it was Robo the whole time. Magus fight, first turn, we gotta hit him for them to do something. Shadow's not the element we're looking for. Frog with either the Mass Immune or the Grand Leon can do an auto attack on Magus and lower their magic defense without changing their element. Otherwise, a physical party can just like hit them.
It's true.
Until we get to phase 2.
Just barely missed out on the edge of PhysicShebang's screen there. Hopefully can run around and get some loot in the tabs down here now. Maybe it'll be something spicy down here. I think, gosh, there was a race. I don't remember what it was. It was in a previous event earlier this year where someone did this exact same thing, fell down into this lower dungeon, and then found a haste helm. And it just like, it was great.
Yeah, something like that. Some shades, some specs. Ooh, Jazer getting a water element. I guess we don't have the Ice Sword too, so it's not.
A Falcon hit too was kind of cool. Nothing super spicy down there. Not bad, but. And then what Robo's ultimate as Magus is it shock? Is it, or is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's the lightning. Yeah, it's lightning.
Yeah.
Not shadow. It's lightning.
Jazer's still in phase 1.
Yeah, 13,000. This damage, this HP value does shift a little bit for Magus and Black Tyranno. It's got a little bit of a variable on how high or low it can be.
So now no defense. Now we're kind of in a damage race.
Yep.
Looks like we're gonna probably haste up our sword guys and get like
Just
2 to 3 more X strikes in.
Yeah, one of the other nice things about X Strike can be it's just low MP cost, so you don't have to worry about ethering up a whole lot.
Yeah, I'll be curious if we. It's nice to use. We can go take down left bit like right away, potentially.
Yeah, true.
With an opening X strike. It's more. It's definitely more dangerous to leave the middle one alive and have to deal with it. But it's faster to start getting damage on the core on the right side if we can drop the.
And Physics also did that Donkey Kong Country 2 room with the rollies and the birdies beautifully. And got Falcon hit now, so that'll work.
I mean, that's also an elevator fight option.
Yep.
As well.
Very true.
Don't have to worry about setting up anything.
Down tail or whatever. Yep. We like
Jazer's through, getting shot into the Ice Age. I'm gonna be looking for probably a fast new shop. There's a couple. We got a couple Mega Elixir. Like, we probably need status protection. That's the main thing I'm gonna be peeking out for. Jazer has no amulets.
Nope.
Because it didn't get Magus.
Physics got one.
Probably need one. At least 2 preferred. I'm not even sure I would
picked up that
to go to the other new shop. I think we get 2 amulets and go.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe
fast
more
menuing is a tough skill. And then like shop menuing quick is like almost a whole different thing too.
Yeah, like knowing like what to sell, what to keep, what's worth buying.
Just a bunch of elixirs.
2 amulets and every elixir we can carry. That's a pretty good shop. We'll get the speed tab.
Yep.
It is right there.
It's right there. I don't see any reason not to. It takes 3 seconds. 5 seconds, whatever. Yeah, I think that was always worth it.
Hit our free heal square, and then Jazer's got some running around before they get to the throne boss spot. And Physics won't be hunting a particular element, most likely, for their Magus fight, and are just going to
Physics is charming all of these things, so we'll be getting 8 speed tabs from this fight instead of 4. Oh, well, maybe not necessarily. If you
missed.
You do miss. That's true. Still
so
worth
probably
trying.
7.
Probably 7.
I mean, they do have Alo's speed coming up first. And I think that'll get everyone to the most speed we could want, so why not?
Okay, I think Twin Charm needs to be buffed. I think Twin Charm should be 100%.
It's not 100%. I thought it would
it's
be.
Only 80%. It only gets 10%
only 10%
more. That's my hot take. It's probably not that hot of a take. Make buff Twin Charm.
Alright, so we have Slash.
Other Slash.
They can be pretty nasty. They also get into their own phase.
Yeah.
Where they do this, yes indeed, and then also take their regular turns.
Very physically strong. Look at, and you don't have good defense on your armor. It can be it. He's fast. He's strong, but he's got 6,000 HP and he's dead. So there you go. It's all fine.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of good battle economy where on both sides I'm seeing runners being really intentional with like turns they take. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing a lot of that, like, how do I get through this battle in the least
And
amount
not
of
only that, but
turns?
making sure all your characters are up so you're getting max TP and XP as well. Smart
And
play.
even like, yeah, minimizing like battle animations because there's like a regular weapon attack is faster than most of our tech animations. So doing that math, knowing when to work them in. But now we're in Ocean Palace. What are we in? What are we in store for here, Leon, for Ocean Palace times?
Yeah, you have very minimal fights you have to do here in this first kind of area, and then you get onto the stairs, and there's a point where usually it's that first stair fight, not always. Sometimes people do it at the bottom. You get to a point where you have to determine how much stronger do you think I have to be. At this point, you know your equipment, you know your team comp, you know where you've got techs left that you want to get. My guess is Jazer's going to want to get Ice Sword 2, or at least get close enough to it that he'll learn it, finishing going down this elevator. And then there's always that big question of what am I going to do with the actual elevator itself when you have those 3 multicolored scouters. Physical AoE works, but there's a couple different strategies you can use. Looks like Jazer's doing... Ice is not enough to take out the mages. Yeah, they have higher magic defense.
Yeah, and 750 hit points. They have the most hit points out of anything on the stairs. I like the try of the ice water.
Yeah,
and it might be like, because I don't think Chrono doing a Luminaire.
Yeah, Luminaire might not do 750 either. It might. Or it might just have to use...
Yeah, I'm curious if we'll see some like experimentation just to be like, can I get these in one? I think we are looking for that.
We want
that ice too.
For sure. It will just be a question of, does he get it at the top of the staircase here, or does he wait to get it going down near the bottom?
Wow, those 3D attacks.
Yeah, 3,400. Love it.
I think this is gonna be nice. Yeah, maybe a little bit faster of a Magus fight with that damage output.
Yeah, already done. There is one other chest up there that Jazer could go and get at that first area. It's kind of hidden behind the back. Noticing that Chrono doesn't have a great sword yet, and that can also make a big difference.
I think there's a Kali blade for sale at the new shop.
Oh, did he buy that or no? I missed that.
I don't know if he bought it or had found one like along.
Okay, Kali blade will do.
The way, yeah. And we saw a Slasher 2, which is not as good, but it's still kind of up there as well. So we don't have a rainbow. We have not seen the rainbow.
No. Can't expect that. That's just like icing on the cake, I think.
Yeah, we got the Grand Leon. We got a decent enough Chrono Sword.
And for physics, I don't know if Ayla's got Danatel yet, but I think
they got Falcon Hit, I believe.
Yeah, Falcon Hit will be just fine.
So I think they're just going to toss Chrono into the skies for some time.
He just bought the one amulet and said, that's enough. And then I think just said, that's it. Like, I think he just really wanted to go fast. Oh, no, maybe he's going back. Okay, he's just double checking.
I think he wanted to check the cheaper new shop before.
Yeah. Selling to buy elixirs. Yeah, just go fast, sell a bunch of stuff. 7 elixirs, that should be fine.
Hit the healing square.
Jazer is moving down. The physics is going to do the slash fight with 3D attack. shouldn't be too bad. We'll be able to two-shot him.
Yeah, that'll be 2 turns.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they're gonna grind or not. My guess is no.
They don't. They're probably not looking for attack, and these 3, Magus, Marl, and Luca kind of have lower hit point totals than we would like. Earrings, the gold earring can fix that problem, but levels are really the only other way to. Wow.
42.
1 shot. Or was that 2? I might have missed one.
It was still 2-shot.
That triple tech is very fast. Like
it's fast. Yeah.
From like
and their team is fast, so it comes up quick.
Like an attack animation, like doing 3,000 damage with that, or let's say that we had built like a Luca that was like doing flare for 3,000 damage. Flare is like, no, I think Luminaire is one of the ones. That's like 10 seconds.
So what's Jazer's plan here for the elevator, for that scouter fight, do you think?
We didn't frog down.
Didn't frog down. No.
I mean, he's got 2 physical attackers in ice, so like he might just like
go for the reds and the yellows and then use water afterwards. Yeah. That's fine.
I think Marl's even got a Valkyrie. I don't know if he put it on or not, but
oh. Yeah.
Frog squash last, so we're not squashing.
Oh, it wasn't even there. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't even an option. I wouldn't want to waste that time either then if that was the case. If frog squash was last. Right. Just power through it.
The top of the stairs. Doing a quick slurp kiss. Top of the HP. Probably a Falcon hit coming after this to clear him out. Yeah.
There it is.
Which will be what physics use on the elevators.
Yeah.
Mages are down. We might see a little bit of a faster grind out of physics. They're not grinding. They're going.
Not doing it. No. We got an arc.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Still a lot of some execution, and it's gonna really come down to.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to
Lavos fights.
A little bit of time save here on the elevator, and then how fast the double golem fight goes, and then probably Lavos 3. I'm thinking they'll each be okay with Lavos 1 and 2. Maybe not though. I think they will.
The speed has been. No one's like running a speed deficit here.
No, not at all.
We haven't seen like one of our runners pull like prism specs because they've kind of followed each other the whole way. Little deviations. The back of the cathedral. Physics got more characters overall.
Yeah, that was kind of it. Physics did a couple extra character checks.
Yeah.
And
bought the ruby knife. Like I don't think that.
And bought the ruby knife. And didn't pet a cat. So allegedly, like he pet a cat. We'll see.
Okay, so physics coming up on top of elevator.
Yep.
Jazer just getting down.
2 final skips here as well. Then once you get them, but they're not freebies either here. Run. Nice. Got caught there in the corner, but got it. Perfect. This is one of the last skips I learned in this whole game, was this one. I just could not figure it out for the longest time.
Yeah, it really is like a kind of a funky one, and then when it clicks, it's like almost automatic, but it can take a while. Even trying to explain it with words is sort of weird because there's like kind of a lot going on, but it's really about just not pushing the controller in a particular direction when they're like spreading out, because there's like an invisible wall and we sneak around it.
Shout out once again to having good mentors and a good community and learning from people. Yeah, because I never did the Gato Cup, and I just learned a lot on my own just by like watching these runs and listening to commentators and looking up guides and stuff. So I envy that experience. That was really cool.
Yeah, me too. Too bad I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't enter myself. But like, I mean, we had like there were the Camp Specchio videos. That's kind of how.
Yeah.
My
good entry point.
My learning, but I did want there to be something where you got a little bit more of like that one-on-one. Oh, double Hecarim. Okay. They get hit pretty hard. They do take breaks. So if this fight goes real bad, we can always just recover and kind of get ready when they go on their mandatory lunch break. But
sometimes it's just slow.
Look, rest is resistant, so I'm not gonna knock Hecarim.
And notably, 3D attack won't do what you want it to here in this.
Yeah, fight. We might have to. I wonder if we'll see like a
Magus swap in or something.
We do a quick reset back to the save and bring in a Magus just to
maybe
put more damage out, because I know Physics made their frog very magical.
Yeah, so you could take out Aleph for Magus. That would be just a fine choice.
Yeah, Water 2 will be doing more on Physics side. We do finally got the Ice 2. It really is. It takes the Ice Sword out of the equation too.
It just makes it a better Ice 2, but it's not worth it. Just doing Ice 2 and Luminaire is the smarter choice, I think.
Jazer is through. I think they were coming into this fight right at the like 1:30, like an hour, 1 hour and 30-minute mark.
Okay.
Good I do think Physics has gained a couple of minutes in Ocean Palace.
That elevator was quick.
We'll keep our eye on when. Okay, so Physics is coming into this boss like 2 minutes behind.
Amulet went onto Chrono. Amulet went onto Marl. Okay. A little more defense, a little less offense, just in case.
Frogs are AoE healer, but Chrono has life.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was a clutch last tech to learn it. Life. Don't underestimate how good life as a spell could be.
Marl has life 2 and cure 2 to fix status and heal. So I like those choices. And the hero medal is doing all. So it's often hard to like give up.
Hero medal.
Yeah, Physics getting slowed down a little bit by having magic, but I don't think they're still putting out enough damage that I don't even think they need to swap in for Magus here.
The time it takes to reset and swap and re-equip or whatever versus just go for it.
We got 1:33:15, the opening of Lavos 1 for Jazer.
It's getting tight. This is still very close. Oh, and I love seeing another Arc, Impulse, and 3D attack we're going to see against Lavos.
3 of those, and Lavos 1 is toast. I don't know if we get 3 in before Obstacle maybe takes Frog out of the equation. So I like switching to the 2. We can maybe throw a heal with Frog before he gets something. I mean, it might be pretty harmless, but Physics is through.
Yep, this is done.
So they're going to save and heal. And here comes that obstacle. We're going to look at Frog. It is sleep. Not too bad. Stop is very bad. Slow is very bad. Chaos and sleep, at least if we get hit, is removed.
You wake up. Like that.
Those... This is like holding his head. Those painful lasers. I was sleeping, man.
Yeah.
I was with these bright lasers. And I think that's the end of Lavos.
I think that's it. I think that's 10k at least. Yeah.
34:40. So that was like a 70-second Lavos won fight pretty fast.
Similar thing here. I think the amulet went on Ayla. Ayla having Kiss makes sense. Because Frog wants to keep that hero medal.
Jazer at the last save point.
Zodiac. Like the switch out from the red mail to the Zodiac on Marl, just for better magic defense in general.
Yeah. Lavos does not do a whole lot of elemental stuff to us.
Hopefully, you don't have to see Shadow Doom Blaze or just kill him by then.
I'm gonna see what the eye open time is for physics here. 35, 45. So we'll say there's like 2 minutes and 15 seconds behind the Lavos 1 checkpoint.
But Lavos can cheat.
They're doing a little bit more damage per 3 characters turn with that 3D attack.
Mm-hmm. That was 9,000 damage. Anything else?
Now I think they only have. Do they get 2 status protection? They do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw a quick heal, and then do 3 more K damage, and I think everyone survives this, so they're just waiting. Ayla, it looked like Marl got boomeranged.
Yep. Bananas. Okay, Arm 1 is down.
Okay.
Lavos 1 is down.
This is very close. This is too close to call. Jazer has the lead, but it's really going to be about...
But it ain't done yet.
Doing the damage the fastest.
Mm-hmm.
And reacting to whatever shenanigans Lavos 3 might have in store.
Because you might have a plan if you're going to try to do like left foot strats or multi-strats or something, but like what Lavos does can change what your plan is, and you got to be okay at adapting on your toes.
Physics switching the gold stud onto Ayla, amulet off. Checks out because she's putting 20 MP into that triple tech.
Yup.
And we want to do that more than a few times before she has to take a breather. And then knowing it's sleep, potentially we might have 2 people go down to sleep, but I think Physics is playing. This will also help them take an arm down, I think, with 1 3D attack. So close.
Do you think Mega Elixir should heal statuses in addition to MP and HP, or would that just be too much?
I think it would be too much.
Yeah.
I feel
It'd
like
be cool to have a single item that healed all statuses. We kind of need. Like an MPS. Lapis S for statuses, maybe.
Like heal all. Like
Yeah. An item. Alright. Jazer's into phase 3. See if
phase 3, we do have an opportunity with good timing. The window is extended per the easier item glitch flag.
Oh, that's right.
So,
that's right. That is a Gato Cup thing.
Boom. Well done. Just get in the menu.
Elixirs, fastest way to heal. Yep.
Fiddle with equipment. Potentially
amulet for
we
power.
Might go power, yeah.
Yep. Same thing. Amulet for power here looks like. Power being Grand Dream.
I like that.
All right.
Marl's the most likely to go down to like a Grand Stone. Or anything that's big. Looks like we're going middle bit for Jazer.
Going for that center bit.
Probably
oh, just didn't barely get 4K.
Which is fine. I'll get to use Frog as an alchemist for turn 1. And
yeah.
Is he our only amulet wearer?
Mm-hmm.
Jazer probably knows. I don't. That would be a thing that I would be asking myself. Is like, oh, do I have any status protection? But with this, I think if this ice sword rolls a little, no, we're gonna have to swing away one
Gonna
time.
have to get that third hit in there, yeah. Physic's about to statusing.
Spell is the worst.
Ooh, stop, sleep, and
Stop is bad.
Okay.
Especially if, oh my goodness, if every time Marl has, I swear she gets chaos and then stops somebody else with a shot. Now, luckily, Chronos already stops. I mean, I guess not luckily, but
Cure 2.
with a Cure 2 or a heal
item. Yep. There you go.
But definitely have to
And
take a
now
little bit
Physics
of time
will two-shot the center bit.
to recover.
Boy, is the status is gonna make a difference here with if Physics can two-shot.
Evil Star should be okay. Marl should be able to life to Chrono.
Yep.
And then I might just have Frog swing on that middle fool. Because he got slept. We're still like one bonk away from...
I know, that center bit, you just gotta shoot it one time. You just gotta hit it with anything. Jazer had to play catch up here with that Gato singing. Do 1,000 damage. Do 1,000 damage.
Perfect.
Oh, he did
Two
just
over.
enough.
Two
2
over.
HP. 2 HP more.
Now we gotta wait for that defense to drop.
There it
Which
goes.
is
There
dropped.
it goes. Oh
Now
man.
we're off to the races.
Physics is hammering the right side here. Nine,
Three,
10, 11,
I
12,
think. Okay.
13,000.
I need 2 more.
Mega Elixir went up. I think Physics might just go for this. Like, don't even worry about it.
1 more?
3, 4, 5, 6. I think he's at 17,000, unless I miscounted one. This might be it. Oh boy! Wow!
Dang.
Wow!
Lavos 3.
What a match!
Yeah, get those GGs out there. Incredible match. Incredible finish.
Oh my gosh.
I think we're like... Yeah, Jazer's got 1 more ice and an arc impulse, I think, will do it. 58, yeah.
He's doing Arc Impulse as the final hit for the fans. That's what he's doing. Maybe not. One more big hit. Let's do it.
Just get whatever we can in, yeah. There we go. Yeah, less than...
Go!
That's GG's. Look at the race room. Yeah, there's less than a minute between
Less than a minute!
PhysicShebang 1:42:18 race room time. Jazer 1:43:13.
Your stay of
But with that, Physics does secure win number 2.
the win.
We'll pull Physics first.
Beater here. No.
Yeah,
Hello.
see if they
Physics,
want-
hello.
Hey!
Holy cow, that was a seed, huh?
Yeah! And that was a great race, especially at the end. That was so fun to watch. Great job.
Yeah, I heard we were 50 seconds difference, which is pretty absurd considering the last one was about 1.5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
yeah, real close matches.
You guys
How
were...
about that 3D attack though?
3 attacks pretty great. It was a good call. Yeah, talk a little bit if you'd like to about your party comp and your character hunting. Can you say a little bit about what you were looking for, why you chose to look for characters, what you ended up with?
I mean, the problem with this whole seed for most of it was lack of good double techs. Not a lot of really good single target techs like Uzi Punch coming up very, very quick. And all the good characters kind of gated behind everything, it seemed. So I was really just looking for dual techs with Chrono, which means I was looking for swords. But I needed magic, so we kept Magus for a long time. I saw Marl, but her spells were bad. So I was just like, I'm not going to bring her. I already have enough damage doing X-Strike and, Dark Matter. And then I found, the Gate Key, which took me up. I was like, I guess we might as well check. It's going to be Luca or Ayla. Either one of those would absolutely, supercharge my offense. And Ayla, it was like, oh, all right, well, we're 3D attacking for the rest of this seed. And then you add on top of the fact those switches at the end of Magus' castle, stealing speed tabs and also getting speed tabs was kind of stupid.
It was kind of stupid. It was great. And Jazer, welcome in.
Yeah.
GG's, man.
Yeah.
What?
Close race.
Tight race.
GG, Jazer. Can't ask for much closer than that.
No. No, you can't.
You're great. How'd you talk us through that final Lavos 3 fight, Jazer?
Well, I debated hasting, decided not to. I was hoping 2 Ice-Sword 2s would do enough damage to kill, and they were obviously short.
Just a bit.
And then I was gonna Leap Slash, and I just mismenued. I thought Frog was on tech when he was on item, and it bled too much ATB, and then all sorts of things went out of control. But then you just recovered, and then back to the business as usual. Ice-Sword 2 right bit.
It was a good recovery. You got status up the wazoo. I wanted to ask the question to both of you as well, actually, about the final 2 phases of Lavos, putting on amulets and then taking them off, and why you both chose to do things the way you did with status protection.
Well, I took them off to try and hit 4K Ice-Sword 2 on center bit. If I'd done Magical Seal on Meryl instead of Green Dream, I would have got there. That was my safety valve. If Meryl went down, Green Dream would bring her back and she could life 2 people.
Sure.
Yeah,
makes sense. And what about you,
I mean,
Physic? What was your thought?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go.
I was just crushing, max speed 3D attacks. So once I saw it was sleep, I was like, well, let's not confuse. So it's fine. I could just recover from it real quick. And with max speed, it doesn't really cause much of an issue. As long as one person can start getting people up, I can very rapid fire heal everybody else and then just get right back to the 3D attacks. And that's just how I played it. So once I saw Lavos 1 gave me that, I was like, it's fine.
And it worked. Yeah. Well done. Fitz, do you have any questions for our runners or comments?
I guess for each of you, was there any key piece of advice, or just how do you feel like your mentor shaped your finals performance here?
Well, he convinced me to pet the cat. He said it's worth it, even though he kills dogs in Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. He said pet the cat, so I pet the cat, and he very much taught me how to appreciate frog flare. And he's very good at telling me when to use ethers.
So you did end up petting the cat? You did?
I did end up petting the cat. Yes,
Okay.
I did do that.
There was debate if that happened or not. So I just wanted to clarify.
I did. It was, as Jazer said, immediately after doing Mystic. So I did it right after that. I was like, I guess I'll do it. Fine. So I did validate the seed.
Yeah.
I did not save Fritz, though. I'm sorry. OneFreeFitz, but I did it last time. This time it was for all the schmeckles, and it was less than 1 minute apart, so I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't save Fritz either.
Yeah.
Sarah's helped me work on my early game some. I'd already played quite a bit before Gato Cup started. I kind of entered a while and then just grinded for a while. And she helped me with here thinking of a couple different strategies to speed things up. Yeah, race each other and find where my weak points were and try and figure out why they were slow. That's mostly what it was.
And in seriousness, Sigil was very good at alerting me to different types of equipment and why they're better. But the main thing I would say that he did his best to instill in me, but it has always been a struggle for me to remember how to utilize it properly, is switching your party mid-run. So if you have to switch your party to get some better double techs or whatever for the boss that you're encountering, like, he was on the ball with all those things, and it's something I have persistently struggled with, remembering what characters I have in the back, what techs they had, what double techs are available when they're not in my party. So he was very clutch with that in particular for some of my runs. It wasn't super necessary in this one, but other ones it definitely was.
100%. Yeah. We talked about that in the run too, so yeah, great.
Yeah, I think that was my main question. Maybe go around to closing thoughts for our runners, and we'll, wrap up and close this chapter of this iteration of the Gato Cup, and we'll have some time before the next one starts up. Probably winter. Tentatively, I'll say like January. That's kind of what I'm looking at, but
because we have other fun tournaments coming up.
That's true. But yeah, let's get the runners' final thoughts. We'll get them out of here, and we can plug what's coming up.
Well, I mean, main thing I'll say is, thanks OneFreeFitz. I'm never going to get used to saying Fritz in this community, but I appreciate you, throwing this together. I know Ceres was in there last season, and Sigil as well. So it was kind of like the Gatos became the mentors for this finals. So that was pretty cool. Of course, everybody who was getting these restreams going, because, having to get these done every week takes a whole bunch of different volunteers. So I appreciate all you doing that. And of course, Sigil for taking the time to answer my dumb questions and run races with me and mentor with me and all that stuff. Yeah, it was great. I think if anyone is interested in playing Jets and learning, it's a great experience. It's not just your mentor. If you have other mentors around, chances are they'll help you too. Especially Ceres was definitely pretty much willing to do whatever, whenever, if she was available. So yeah, it's just an awesome community in general. So thanks everybody for doing what you do for it.
GG's again, Physics. Thanks, Leon, Fitz, Fox, and Beauty for putting on the restream. It's a fun tournament. Fun to get to compete and learn a new game. I'd been playing Worlds Collide and 3 Enterprise for a long time, so it's fun to pick up a new rando.
Definitely.
Very
GG,
nice.
Jazer. Thanks for putting on an awesome show for everybody. 3 close ones, I think. Most of our races were down to the wire, so it's a pleasure racing against you as always.
Yeah, it's good to race you.
All right, Leon, any final thoughts before we wrap up our broadcast for the evening?
No, just that it was a pleasure and an honor to be able to do this finale run. You guys did such a great job, and you've already did all the amazing shout-outs you've already done. But yeah, just in general, shout-outs to the Jets of Time community. We're really great. I think this is such a great, fun place to meet people and learn this really cool game. We're all really supportive. So thanks for helping run it all from top to bottom. And just last little ping for the upcoming events that are happening. So I can.
We got a restream on this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. It will be featuring the new the Lost World flags, a showcase for that upcoming Lost Worlds Clash, which I believe you can still sign up for. It's got its own channel and rules and all of that fun stuff. The other thing I wanted to plug is that we will be having a Gato Cup flag showcase on RPG Limit Break this Sunday
That's right.
at noon Eastern. So,
Yes.
featuring a couple of Gato Cup 1 graduates. Drinks Glue in the Schwantz 27 will be racing. So, a couple of restreams or jet streams coming in the next couple days. Got that event coming up. I'm OneFreeFitz. Fox was tracking. Beauty and Discovery restream. Everyone, have a wonderful evening. Please save my ancestor. We went over 2, and the timeline looking a little stretched here. So, otherwise, have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, everyone.
GG's, everyone. Thank you.
Night.